How do you think the current pandemic and any possible recurrences will affect your dinner and a mixtape series or your touring schedule? Or have you thought about that far forward yet? Or
I guess I have that, and there's also a question that's kind of related. I see DJ.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, oh, he's in my head.
Yeah. So to answer Jace, you know, I've thought about it. Eventually, we will come back to some normalcy, but I have no idea when.
Right.
I kind of wish people would take this a lot more seriously. So I'm 46 and I'm from New York and I'm Filipino American. So for maybe the first 40 days of self-quarantine, at least 2 people I know within 1 degree of separation of me has died. So about 80 people I know, or you know, so that's either an actual friend of mine, someone my age, or someone I know, or someone's parents. So I have at least one friend who lost both their parents and their uncle. And yeah, I've asked other people, I've asked my friends in Japan, and they're like, I don't know anybody. And I guess it's because I'm from New York. I've lived here my whole life, and you know, a bunch of people I know are on the front lines. And I bring it up just because, like, our government, whose leadership is pretty terrible. I mean, you know, if you just look historically, this is going to affect people for quite a bit longer. You know, some people are thinking that we're going to be up in a month. I don't see that happening. The people who are a little more realistic or safe or on the safe side believe that we're probably not going to be, 2020 is done. That's how some people are reacting. So, but once we do get back to normal, you know, the one thing that people will always need to do is party. And, I mean, even during Prohibition, somehow someone, you know,
figured it out.
People need to get out there and blow off some steam and have fun. So at that point, you know, I'm not too worried about how that's going to go. I think we'll be all right. And I hope we'll be all right. Unfortunately, when you bring up dinner and a mixtape, so the 2 industries that I'm part of, so music and food, we're just getting destroyed right now.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate because my money wasn't necessarily tied to all these things. Again, me being a lot older, you know, when I did well, I didn't buy Escalade. I bought a house.
Smart.
You know, so not everybody's in that position, and especially the younger people coming up. Like, if you live in New York, you know, I mean, you know, like half my friends. So, like, even my friends in the Bay, like, they live with 5 people just because they can't afford to the rent on their own. Like, it's just impossible. And it's not like they're broke. Like, they make money, but the cost of living is just so high. Blah blah blah.
The whole work
I guess,
to live, not live to work thing.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe that's one of the things that's going to come out of this period. You know, I think people are, their priorities are shifting. So, I mean, long story short is I don't know what I'm going to do. But I am faithful that, you know, music, art, it's all needed. You know, whether it be on live stream, whether it be, you know, on the streets, whatever, like, is needed. So, all the people out there who were already making music and doing this before there was money involved, keep doing it. You know, like, we'll be all right.
Come back around.
I believe so. And I don't know, you know, I don't follow a lot of those Slash DJs, but I don't know. Are are they going online? Are they able to maintain any type of following? Like, yeah. So back to what we said before, like maybe this will be kind of a reset button for that type of situation.
Yeah, like you said, it'll level the playing field. I've talked to other people that have said the same thing.
Yeah. For sure.
So I saw a picture on your Instagram recently of the dog tags that you and other members of the 5th Platoon DJ crew made. Do you have any untold stories of that time that you want to share, or kind of if you guys are planning any kind of reunion type thing?
Well, we did a reunion.
Right, I remember.
And actually, unfortunately, one of the members of our crew, DJ Rolly Roll, what's going on, Rolly Roll? If you're out there, I don't know if you're watching. He got diagnosed with a kidney failure. So,
recently?
Let's say it was about a year and a half ago to 2 years ago. And that kind of prompted us to kind of rejoin together for a little bit. Unfortunately, you know, this pandemic situation happened. Fortunately, Rolly's still okay, doing good, as far as I know, which reminds me, I'll make sure to hit him up. And whatchamacallit, it's untold stories from that
doesn't
time.
have to be untold. It could be like
You
a
know,
good one.
I don't know about untold. I mean, we have a lot of really great memories. Like, I remember, I'd like to say it was Vinyl, a club called Vinyl, and you know, you got to remember at this time, like my gestation from being a quote unquote nobody to being somebody, whatever that means, was like in 2 years. So I went from, you know, just being in awe of someone, Hubert, blah, blah, whatever, to kind of being on stage with them very quickly. So I've never kind of lost that fandom. Like I'm still a fan. You know, even still, like even the younger cats, like when I see them do crazy stuff, like I'm still, I'm still a fan. The one good story that I remember was Bismarcky was on the same bill as us. And this was at that time in New York when turntablism, we used to do parties with like raves and maybe not the full on raves, but like drum and bass. Like they were all intertwined. And like I said, Bismarck, instead of just headlining, for whatever reason, we were in the middle of a routine and he jumps on the set with us. And, you know, I'm like, I know who he is. I'm like, yo, I don't believe this. This guy stage with us. He starts like, you know, body tricks. Maybe he like uses belly to do like to stop the record or something. But yeah, I'll always kind of remember that. Yeah, you know, just stuff like that. Getting to hang out with the X-Men. You know, I was in London.
Neil, you're kind of cutting out a little bit.
I was in. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can see you now. You were cutting out a little bit, but it's better now.
All right, I think I lost my Bluetooth headphones. See, this is all good because if this happens when I'm doing the Jazzy Jeff thing, I'm gonna be embarrassed as hell. Can you still hear me? You can hear me okay?
I can hear you, but you're all pixelated.
Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Better? Worse?
Oh, technology. Yep, better.
All right, I'll stay right here. Okay, so I was telling you about so, you know, when the World's in Rimini, I happened to be there. When Minister practice his sets, I was one of the people allowed to see him practice the sets before, you know, he used. just things like that from that era. You know, my whole battle scene, the battle world. You know, fortunately, I got to do a lot crazier stuff, and the more recent stuff I kind of remember more. Obviously, when I was with Jay and and you know, the stuff the last 10 years.
Oh, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. You became a dad not too long ago. How has that changed your outlook on your career and your future in music? Neil, are you
So
there?
I missed like the first 5 seconds of what you said.
So I said you became a dad not too long ago. How has that affected your kind of outlook on your career and your future in music? Oh, do you hear me?
You know what? It hasn't really affected my outlook at all. I was one of those kids who always wanted to be a pop. And actually my not inability, that sounds you know, I wanted to have a wife, I wanted to have a girlfriend, like whatever, but just my lifestyle was not conducive to that situation.
Right.
So, you know, when I finally met my wife and we were able to have children, like it was a no-brainer for me. I had no issue, like no problems, like, oh man, now I gotta go change diapers, blah blah blah. Hey, bring it, let's go, whatever.
Mhm.
Creatively, almost like tapes I made at the middle of the night about working at night. Um, for me, but I, I can't do that anymore because my daughter is up at 7 in the morning, so I gotta
Right.
sleep at some point. Uh, there you go. You're back again. So yeah, those were creatively. I've had some issues with just working on projects, but besides that, no. Fortunately, life's pretty much the same. Uh, I have the great luck of having, you know, my wife. You know, uh, um, so there's certain if this pandemic had happened when I was, you know, 10 years ago, when I was 20 years ago, whatever, I'd be devastated right now. I'd be crying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had a kid at that time, I don't even know what I would be doing.
Right.
So yeah, I've been pretty lucky to, you know, that this is happening at this time, and I think fatherhood for me has been, yeah, it's a blessing. You know, it's just something I was waiting for to get to do for forever.
So you're cutting out a little bit again, and you're pixelated again.
Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you, but you look like a little bit like a computer game right now.
I don't know if it's going to get any better. Should we wrap it up soon? Should we do one more question?
Yeah, I just have one or two more questions. It's funny, someone in the chat brought up that you had practiced with Poe, and that was my
Yes.
next question was what the status of the Live Like Poe Fund is, and if you want to talk a little bit about that for those that might not be aware.
Okay. So the Live Like Poe Fund is live, actually, which is really great. It was weird. They have these somewhat arbitrary, they were like dollars, but the doctor taking care of Poe kind of realized for this particular thing. So for those of you out there that don't know what the Poe Fund is, the Poe Fund was a fund that we started with the Animal Medical Center of New York, which is the people who took care of Poe, and also our other dogs. Taking
Jasmine, yeah.
basically care for senior dogs. Our doctor just kind of decided, you know what, it's kind of unnecessary for us to have that money. The 100K was like, you know, if a dog has to get cancer, get cancer treatment, like they could, you know, use that 100K, who knows, you know, really quickly. Right. Or because it's a cancer treatment, it could last forever and it could deplete that 100K. But when you're a senior dog and you're getting palliative care, you know, the idea is that these are the last days of the dog's lives. Mm-hmm. So the expectation is that it's not that they're going to, you know, need the fund for a year. They're probably going to need it for a month, something like that. So yeah, it's live now. It's going to be there forever. And Poe has a to his name, which is,
that's fantastic.
You know, it's great.
Is there anything else that you want to promote that you're working on or have planned for the future?
Well, obviously, so whoever's in here, you guys probably know. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be live again. Hopefully, a lot better. Showing off my gems. You know what? I'm gonna come over here and show off a couple of gems right now. Let's see what I got here.
Inside scoop.
You know what? It's kind of hard. It's hard to do this and walk around if you don't got a freaking whatchamacallit. So
that's okay. Your video quality is better now.
Of course, when we're almost done. So I found this in the stash. This is
nice.
The Q-Tip Renaissance. It's a.
Oh my God.
So like a lot of stuff like that, I just have. I have old shirts. These are all Raucous shirts from back in the day. All our homies used to work for Raucous. A Talib Kweli, the Black Star. I'm sorry. So this is a Talib Kweli high tech shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a whole bunch of stuff like that, a whole bunch of stickers, and I'm going to be showing stuff like that off. That was Star Wars, a bunch of toys, sneakers, obviously. I was sponsored by Adidas since 2010. So I have a lot of crazy stuff in the stash.
How many pairs you got?
I'm doing tomorrow at 7 p.m. So stop by, and then on Saturday, God willing, I gotta get my freaking setup right. I'll be rocking starting at noon for this Break the Monotony jam. It's me and a bunch of other people you probably heard of, Just Blaze. I think that's one of the guys. D Nice, I think that's one of the guys. A bunch of heavyweights, a bunch of really, really great DJs are gonna be. But I'm starting off at noon, so I'll be the first guy up. So if you guys want to leave notes in my DM on my posts, let me know what y'all want to hear. I'm like that, you know. I don't have a crowd to work off of, right? So I want to know what you guys want me to do. So
you're taking requests.
Say come out in June. It's a working title. The title is a work in progress, but probably going to be called "Get In Loser." We're going crying. There's a picture of Robert Smith of The Cure in a golf cart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
was circulating for a while, and I just thought it was hilarious. It's basically a new wave tape, so that's coming in June. I debuted one of the blends on a Twitch feed that we did for New Jersey a little while ago. So who knows? Maybe I'll drop it again tomorrow. That's coming, and unless I'm totally nuts, this is also the 20-year anniversary of Original.
Oh.
So the mixtape that kind of
Put you
brought
on
me
the map.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it only makes sense that I do one last one. So this next Original mixtape is gonna be the last one, and I don't know. I was hoping that I would finish that before the end of the year as well, but I'm the worst.
No, you're not.
I'm literally
You're
the
far
worst.
from the worst.
So are we good? What do you
Yeah,
think?
thank you so much for talking with me. What time are you
Absolutely.
on Saturday again? You said at noon you
So
started things
Saturday,
off?
I'm getting on at noon.
Okay.
From noon to 1.
So I
And
make sure people
yeah,
hear.
please stop through. Please stop through. All right?
Great. Thanks so much, Neil. Give
Thank
Lily a
y'all.
hug for me.
I will. She's already, usually she would have been climbing around, but she's already sleeping.
Yeah, it's late.
All right.
Have a good one.
Later,
Thanks so
y'all.
much.
Thanks for stopping through.
Have a good one.
You too.